Hey guys, this is a different video than what I usually would do, but I think this is something that I have to talk about. I am in the content creators program for a game called King's Raid. This game came out in 2016, I think. At least that's when I started playing. And it was owned by a company named Vespa. And they kind of went into bankruptcy. And a new company picked it up, called Mustang Soft. And they're basically rewinding the game a little bit before the kind of destruction update. I don't remember exactly what they called the update back then, but, anyways, this game, I love this game. Okay. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not saying this to bang on Mustang Soft or like insult their company, because I really enjoy what they're doing. Because no matter what, I'm going to be playing this game. But there are a few things that I have an issue with. First of all, the AI intro that they have on the background screen. They said it's going to be a placeholder until the game comes out, but that still kind of worries me. Because this game should be treated with the utmost respect. Just because there are so many people that were diehard fans. For reference, I burned through 3 phone batteries playing this game. So much back then. It's safe to say that this is probably one of my favorite games of all time. But that is one of the issues that I have. The other one that is kind of worrying me is this Heroes In update. Before, you could recruit heroes by going to the special shop. We'll talk about this here in a minute. And the way you do it is usually 3 stars were like 3K, and I think the 5 stars were like 5K or something like that, gems. And it was easy to get because you get a lot of gems for doing the story, doing logins, doing world events. And they completely changed that. The way that they're doing it now is doing it through the Heroes End, which is fine. It's a centralized location. But the only issue that I have here is that it's randomized. Back in the day, sound like I'm old, you could pick any hero that you wanted without having to have RNG, because that was the fun of the game, is building your team and making them work. So having it as RNG makes it a lot harder to build that team that you want, and that is an issue. And especially in the closed beta so far, the hero list isn't refreshing. I'm gonna do it here because I'm not really gonna play the beta that much more, because I'm very ticked off by it. So let's refresh the hero list. It still didn't refresh the hero list at all. It's still the same exact ones, and everyone is getting that issue. Unless there's another way that I haven't figured out how to recruit heroes, this is the only way that I can see. And they're all 2 stars, but they are all. I have to clear the different chapters. Maybe that's why it's not rotating. But anyways, they're all different prices. I've seen characters out of 3 stars being 8,000 gems, which is ridiculous. It kind of worries me because this game used to be really easy to free to play. You could pay for it and, speed up your progress, but you didn't have to. I didn't spend money on the game at all. And I probably had more gems than I have now, from the beta. But that change is honestly horrible, and it costs 1,000 to add a bond chance. At that point, you're better off just saving up and getting the hero for 500 more gems, which is ridiculous. It doesn't even look like the mini game. Does the mini game work? Okay, it does. For some people, it wasn't working. But yeah, that, and there's also a bunch of things that just aren't working right now, which is understandable because it's a closed beta, so that's kind of excusable. But the second thing or the third thing rather, that I've had an issue with is the special shop. The unique weapons that are in the game are 7,000 gems. They cost more than the characters, which is ridiculous because at the end of the game, you should be getting a unique token at least 2 or 3 days. And excuse if you can hear the background, my roommates are loud. But you can get so many unique weapons back then. And that's what made it worth it, because you can upgrade them and it's a chance of upgrading them. So yeah, at least at the minimum, you need 10 or 5, I think. I don't remember how much it was, but either way, every time you upgrade it, the chance goes lower. So if you have to spend 7,000 gems to get one weapon, you're easily spending up to 50,000 just to get to a 3-star. And that is ridiculous. These ones I'm not too worried about. Username ticket, it's not that big of a deal. Stamina potion, it's about the same. The boosters are about the same. I've also seen that they've done a lot of rebalancing to make the game more difficult, which in my opinion was not necessary, because going through the story was not the main point of the game. It was to go through the story and then do the end game content. That is where the game shined, such as PvP, doing raids, a bunch of other things that you can, world bosses even. And it seems like they're trying to slow down progression, and I'm not too upset about that one. But it seems like they've over tweaked it, rather than actually doing a balance, because a lot of teams aren't working as they should, which is very worrisome. And the last thing that I want to talk about is communication, which this one's kind of like, okay, because I think they're a Korean company. I don't remember if they're Korean or Chinese. It's one of the two. I'm pretty sure they're Korean though. There is a big language barrier, which that's my assumption. I don't know if there is or not, because they do make announcements in English, but I'm not sure if that's translated or not. I haven't really found out about that yet. But they only have 2 people managing the Discord server and giving announcements. And even then, it is very iffy on if they do things. Like in the server on its own, there are a bunch of people that are trying to send in scam photos and everything like that. And it takes 3 or 4 days for them to even remove it from like the bots and stuff like that. Secondly, even in the content creator space of the game, we have no information on what's going on. We don't even know like if we're going to what type of like benefits we get from being in the content creator program, which I'm not really too worried about. I'm proud to be included. And we don't know when the game's going to release. It was supposed to release in 2025, but the beta was in 2025. So we have no idea when it's releasing. We have no updates on what's going on. The only thing that we have is this closed beta of a proof that they're actually working on it. And that's very worrisome. I love this game, and I will defend it to the end of time, but it's making me a little bit less optimistic with what they're doing with the game right now. It seems like they're trying to make more money, which I have no problem with. If they made it a little bit harder to get characters, just so that way they can, kind of like increase the amount of money that they get from the game for how much they put into it. But I don't think the way that they're doing it is going to work, because people are just going to get peeved off and they're just going to stop playing. Because they're taking the formula that made the game succeed and they're just doing what Vespa did, and they're trying to monetize it like crazy. And change way too many things when they have a system that works and that people love. And it's just kind of, it hurts seeing the game that I've loved so much come this far and get destroyed almost twice. I'm just praying that they actually listen to the feedback from the people who play in the closed beta and actually, revert some of these changes, or at least make them better. The balance change is completely ridiculous. There was no problem with it before, because, the story was supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be a way to get materials for your characters. And it's just, I love this game. I can't like say that enough. This game is one of my favorite games of all time. But I just don't want to see it fail, There are people in the chat and Discord that are being very pessimistic about it, or nihilistic about it. And it kind of upsets me, but I mean, I understand where they're coming from. There's been not really much shown to trust this company, but I'm choosing to be optimistic, because why would you pick up a game if you don't plan on reviving it? I know that SangSoft can fix this before it's too late. Because the last beta I really loved. It was the same exact game that we were left off with before the update that destroyed the game. And I loved it. I played it on stream for all 4 days, and I absolutely loved it. It gave me a lot of nostalgic memories, and I had a lot of fun, and it's the most fun I've had playing a game in a long time. And I just want to see this game succeed. But that'll be it for the video. This is a bit different than usual. I might do these more often, just kind of depending on what I'm doing, on what goes on with this game. I'm gonna leave this unedited just so I can show you my thoughts about this, and get this uploaded. I think it's my job as one of the content creators to try to influence the game in a better direction. Even though I don't really have much of a platform, I will try to use what I have to kind of see if we can fix this issue. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I can't wait for this game to release. Even if it releases in a bad state, you know, I'm probably still going to play it. I probably won't spend money on it. And if it releases like this and with these updates, I might not play it as much, but I will meet my requirements that I need to be in the content creator program, and hope to God that they see that they're not getting what they want and reverse it at some point. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more of this type of stuff, like the video, so that way I know. And if you could subscribe, that would be awesome. And thank you guys. Have a good day, good night, wherever you are. I love you, and see ya.